Hello babes and welcome to my channel, and today we're going with another request. This is the updated numerology report on Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. So with this said, let's dive in. This is going to be divided in two parts. The first part is going to be public. The second part is going to be for my members. Now, let's just jump in right away. I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. This kind of readings are just for your entertainment purposes only, and everything said and mentioned is allegedly throughout the whole video. Now, moving forward, Selena Gomez report in Benny Blanco. Now, Selena Gomez was born in July 22nd, 1992. She is apparently a Cancer. Benny Blanco, his legal name is Benjamin Joseph Levin. He was born on March 8th, 1988. This is a Pisces. Their biography information was found in any sources as it is public. Now, with this said, numerology on Selena Gomez. She was born in July 22nd, 1992. When we add up all that information, she comes down to be a number 5, which is her path life / numerology number. Now, Benny Blanco was born on March 8th, 1988. And when we add up all the information, he is a numerology number 1. The issue before is that I thought March was month 6, but March is month 3rd. And that's the only update. Everything else stayed the same. So with this said, we're going back to what I said before. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, based on everything, they're on 18% compatible. Okay, let's move forward. Selena Gomez, let's talk about a little bit of people born on July 22nd, their basic traits as personality and when it comes to love and relationships. People born on July 22nd are intellectually brilliant yet somewhat emotionally unstable. Their sharp wit and sharper tongue has a way of getting them into more than their share of verbal scrapes, especially with people they love. The eccentric, often caustic wit people can work against them if a potential love interest grows wary of this constant verbal fencing. When they fall in love deeply, they usually let go of their natural cynicism. Now, we're going to go with Benny Blanco, again, Benjamin Joseph Levin, March 8th, 1988. People born on March 8th are a fascinating combination of cynic and mystic. Yet they love people. They have a deep psychic consciousness, and they may prefer to spend their time pursuing humanitarian aims in a worldly forum. When they fall in love, they give their whole heart. They are interested in creating a relationship that will survive the test of time. Now, we see they're alike, but they're different. Allegedly, people born on Selena Gomez's date is more emotional and sometimes have issues with their tongue when they're too in love, and they can actually sometimes become or sound aggressive even if they don't mean it. Now, with this said, let's move on to the toxic traits of number 5. Before continuing, we're going to evaluate them under the relationship, which is the good and the bad. This is not a job interview, so we're not going to add career and everything because it's just relationship. Keep in mind that in a relationship there is good traits and bad traits. If you don't know that, maybe start in a relationship. It means that you have not been in a relationship. Joke, not really. But anyways, number 5, toxic traits. Impulsivity and hedonism. Impatient when it comes to their actions. This tendency will also lead to disputes, difficult moments of hardships, resulting in the disturbance of the communication process. Too many hasty decisions. Like I said before, they're too sometimes they get too passionate, and they can come across as aggressive even if that's not what they intend. Now, we're going to move forward with the karmic lessons of number 5, which is allegedly Selena Gomez. Life will create opportunities that require you to adapt to new circumstances. Try not to be too timid or repetitive when deciding what to do next. Overcome your tendency to be rigid and inflexible. To learn to have faith, allow you to flow with life and to adapt to change and to grow. Now, Selena Gomez being number 5 path number, they are compatible with number 1, 6, and 7. But we're talking about the challenges even though compatible numbers could have, because compatible numbers and personalities are two different things. Moving from this, number 5, relationship. Number 5 and number 6 in relationships, which is Selena and Benny, right? It's about freedom and independence. Each one individually like freedom and independence, into where I said in the previous report the same thing, into where it could be difficult to do selfless acts of love and action when you are on the same energy. These two individuals are good because they push each other in a way to perform to be better, but also could be difficult because it could become competitive, into where they expect the other person to do the act of selfless or sacrifice or any way to perform, into where it could be difficult. Actually, she and him are a number 6, and I'm gonna tell you later. If you have ever seen the numerology report that I did months ago on Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber, you see that they also made a number 6, and I do see that this could be another Jelena situation in a different light, into where if they do not work things, as again they're adults and they're more mature now, especially Selena and her new partner, allegedly they don't work things out in a better light, in a more mature way, it could end in a same scandal situation as Jelena. But I'll explain that later. Now, like I said before, 5 and 1 are 6, relationships, freedom, and independence. It says they are involved with each other as much as any other couple, deeply in love, but refuse to compromise their independence and personal space. As I said before, I told you so. Now, Benny Blanco, as I said before, Benjamin Joseph Levin, he is a number 1 when we add up the whole information. And now we're gonna go with number 1 toxic traits: dominance and control, arrogance, stubbornness, and tendency to be self-centered and demanding, overly assertive or aggressive, dominating, impulsive, egocentric, and willfulness. Weakness on number 1, very risky individual. Now, let's also talk about the positive traits on number 1, personality, dynamic and funny. Now, even though that they have difficulties, one of the things that she most likely likes is that he is a funny or makes things funny for them. So, a funny guy, a funny person will always win somebody's heart. So, one of the things that she could like about him, even though that most likely they already know about the difficulties, allegedly challenges and all of this that they could face because of their persona. Again, everything is workable if you want to, but again, we cannot overlook that difficulties are there and that challenges are there. And like I said before, when people try to talk about it like a kid, I'm not gonna even go farther than that, because it means that you have not lived enough to understand that relationships are not perfect, even if you're meant to be. Because if you go back to numerology, and we go back to the numerology report on Selena and Justin, allegedly they were literally soulmates and it did not work out. So at this point, this could be another soulmate for her. But remember that soulmates, if we go with the proper definition of it, is a lesson. So now, this is going to be the first part, the end of the first part. Now, and the second one, which is going to be for my members, is only $1.99 a month for those interested. We're going to look over to their struggles, the compatible numbers for him. We're going to actually see Selena and Benny as a couple, their karmic debt. We're going to see the negative traits of the connection, the karmic lesson of this connection as well. We're going to see the moons that we're born in, right? Because that never changed. So we're going to say the same thing I said in the last one. We're going to take a look at their moons individually and their moons together. And it's going to explain everything I just said, basically. And pretty much that's what we're going to be talking about on the second part. Pretty much that's it. Okay? So with this said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, if you want to take a look at the second part, it's going to be available a few minutes after this one. Most likely is going to be for my members. So $1.99 a month for those interested, as I do different readings for my members. I want to invite you to follow me I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Spotify. I do weekly podcasts talk about weekly topics, spiritual and whatnot, in English and Spanish, as I do special things for my followers over there as well. Also on Facebook, I have a Facebook group. And finally, if you're interested of a personal reading, you can definitely book with me. Description box below is going to be the links for all of them, and you can do so. And for those who did ask me before, no, I do not sell the numerology reports that I made for my celebrities, okay? So with this said, they all give it away. So with this said, thank you so much and have an amazing day.